nice little diary.
Look at this awesome motherfucker we've got on the table. Only made for the table. Limited edition. Limited edition. We talk a little bit of the same language, Keith and I, because after my mom passed away, I bought some the starter beginner's introduction idiot's guide to printing a t-shirt thing. But now Keith does this properly. He runs it. You run the company? Merch on demand.
Yeah,
Tell us about
company.
Keith and...
Which camera do I look at?
So sorry, we're looking at that camera.
Which one? No one.
Yeah.
Hello.
He was running a bit late. He literally arrived just before we started, so we haven't had a chance to brief him properly. That's Keith.
Okay. What was the question?
So Keith, tell us about, what do you want us to know about you?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. So then the next question is, how did you... Keith has been
I don't
involved
want the
with
hawks
Fields of
rocking up
Green.
on my shit.
No, that's why I said tell us what you want us to know.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Nothing, no.
So he's going to go now. He's got nothing.
Can I smoke?
He can smoke.
Yeah.
Keith has been doing the design work at Fields of Green for a while. He and his mom did the manifesto.
Yeah.
And it was like...
I kicked off with the CCHA campaign last year.
Yes.
No, the petition, the Cyril
It was the Cyril
letter
design,
to the president. I mean,
and then Robin and I spent a whole Sunday evening fixing CCHSA for Monday morning.
preparing, planning.
Yeah, no, listen, you're dealing with a bunch of
It was
hippies over
rough,
here.
We did it. It's cool.
Keith is a hippie.
I am.
Really.
And then we've done the manifesto, we've done a bunch of merch, we've done a lot, hey?
There is a lot.
Considering it's been a year of everyone just being locked down, doing nothing.
Yeah.
We've done a shitload,
Been
dude.
productive.
For a bunch of stoners, we're really on
Super
the ball,
productive.
man.
Been incredibly productive.
Totally.
So tell us about Merch on Demand. What do you guys do? All the things, because I know you've got you've got this love for music, not just
so on the merch side, I've been specializing in music industry merch for a decade or so.
This is one.
And then that's one of the things, and I'm also wearing one here.
Local artists, pay attention.
Yeah,
Merch on Demand.
Yeah, so COVID hit, and then my whole world got cancelled in one go. So we decided to license some artist merch and make it to order online.
Nice.
And that's what we're doing now.
The first one you did was?
Hey?
Which was the first
The
one?
first made-to-order artist we did online was Max Harrell. The Zol.
The whole Zol range.
Yeah.
Can you believe? This is the man who made the merch.
Oh, no, I'm the man who fixed it.
You're the man
Yeah.
who fixed the merch.
True story. That was in August
yeah.
last year. Yeah, that the merch started.
Yeah.
Wow, hey.
Just after the CCHSA.
Yeah.
No, we don't give Keith a break at all.
No.
Yeah, we've got a new thing coming next week actually on our Instagram. Also design. So there's
Wait,
design.
what?
No,
What? I don't even know about it.
What's going on
We're
this week?
talking about the design work as well as the merch. So obviously started with the design for Fields of Green.
Yeah.
Still does all the design,
Yes.
all the
Yeah.
beautiful design, but the merch is a whole other side.
He's working on Hotbox merch for us.
Yeah.
Slowly, quietly.
Even, all
slowly,
in the
quietly.
background.
We're not nagging, we're not pressing.
Yeah.
But he's got the gig.
Yeah, but he's got the experience. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're doing a whole Proudly Green range for Fields of Green for all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, we have a link for that.
There we go.
We can have a look at those shirts. Tell us about those. Tell us
Do you
about
want to know how
concept.
that happened?
Tell us.
So what did we call it first? The Cannabis Collection. And Facebook said no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
So we
many
had
social
to
media
come up with
platforms.
something to call this collection, and then I was going through the fucking design folder. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Yeah, so we were going through the design folder, and then I found the Proudly Green logo lurking in this folder.
Yeah.
Can we
He
use this?
resurrected it
Yeah.
from the,
And that's
the
how
graveyard.
we found it, because
Google Drive.
Facebook's like no cannabis wording. Like we have one shirt called the Bong Butt shirt. We have to change the name now because bong is a flagged word, and
What?
yeah, the word smoke is a flagged word, and not even for weed, for for tobacco. Apparently we're like pushing tobacco products.
So that's it. So you'll see the green smoke room.
Yeah.
So we've got different brands. Some of our affiliates. Also sneak peek drop there for affiliates. We're going to be in touch. So Green Smoke Room has a brand. You'll also see our Fields of Green range at the bottom of the page. You can go and
Look at all the
look at
different
our
designs
shirts.
on Good People Disobey Bad Laws.
Yeah, so these shirts also were inspired by the shirt that Jules was wearing when he was murdered, and it's from our good friends in Macedonia. And if you actually go and click on any of these products, you can also go and look. If you speak Macedonian, there's a link to their YouTube channel and on each of those Good People shirts, because that's where the design came from.
Fantastic.
So it's really nice to have a collaboration of people and artists, and
It's really rad. I like it.
I'm really enjoying that. Look at that. My pocket is a private space, and I know underneath that it says "No, you're right."
Keith designed that. So
Yes,
that's a
no,
play
you're
on
right.
the
No, you're right. Because
you know
no,
that?
you're right.
Yeah.
Your pocket is your private space. Remember this. This is a fact. You can put it on a t-shirt. You can walk around. You can display the fact.
So did you know, Joe, that your pocket is a private space actually Keith designed for you from your blog, because you did a blog about, and in your blog it was like, my pocket is a private space, and Keith was like, I'm gonna do a t-shirt about that, and I was like, Joe will be stoked, and then he was like, no, you're right.
Yes. No, you're
No,
right.
you're right.
No, you're right.
No, you're right.
And no, you're
No, you're
right.
right. Yeah.
Because you are when you know them.
Yeah.
It
exactly.
really is. It really is.
So
My word, hey, so we've been keeping you busy. Have you got time for the rest of your people? You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm sure you
about
also
this.
get problems.
Because someone was whispering some sweet nothings about Reese Moon Java. What's
Reese
up?
Moon Java is really cool.
Tell us about that.
So Reese Moon Java I found through the guys at The Joints, and you've designed a bunch of strain images.
Okay.
Which we can't use because they're owned by somebody else, but he's given me like 40 odd designs to put up on the store. We could release one a week for like the next year.
Here we are. We can see
And then
it.
we got the first one up, and then we're launching the second one tonight.
So if you scroll up to the all the bit start of the
Yeah.
t-shirts there, this is also
He's like
a bit more up.
This cool like hippie old man.
Yes,
dude.
that's
Chill,
the
that
one.
guy. That's our new one.
So this is a sneak peek.
He's
also.
like a fine artist dude. Designs really cool stuff.
I had
Him and I
a
are
sneak peek
working
at
on a
this
bunch of stuff. Yeah.
artwork earlier, and what I love about it is every time you look at it, there's something new. It's like, for me, this picture
like a
Mental
trance party
represents
on a
walking
t-shirt.
around the jazz farm, because every time you look, you catch something new, something different. I really love it.
No, he's very good.
So
And
this is
Reese-
all available online.
Reese
Yeah.
will be donating. So as an artist, he's agreed to donate proceeds from a portion of proceeds from the sales of the shirt, and that's why it is part of the Proudly Green range. So this is, we haven't officially launched it. This was like I said, we're going on the Hotbox show, and Keith and I were like, okay, we'd really like to give the Hotbox viewers just a little bit of a preview.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So if you guys do go, you can actually go on the site already and just buy that one. And there's going to be other, because as you can see, Joe's got
There he
the
is on the chat.
long people.
Yeah, Reese Moon.
Hey,
Yay!
dude, I love your
Reese
work.
and Lane.
Oh, he's
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a
If you check
beautiful
out his
design,
Instagram, he did the cutest thing with his son. I saw he's done a doodle, and his son drew there was like spaceships and biodegrading something, I don't know, it was really cool.
Oh, fantastic. We'll
he's
drop a link to
super
his
cool,
Insta in the
Yeah.
comments, I'm sure. My gosh, dude, so, but it's hard work with those machines and things. I mean, I bought my
With
little,
the machines.
it's like, it's heavy.
Someone else does that.
Does someone else do that for you? Is that why I'm
Well, I
like,
can't do it myself, but like, yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
what's your worst
No,
part? What's your favourite part?
My favorite part, my worst part. There's no worst part. No, that's
Fun, because it's like creative and hands.
Yeah, like in the moments when like, an events company's like, hey, we need all this shit in 2 days time. It's like, oh, fuck these people. Blah, blah, blah. But then you see it happen, and then like everyone's wearing the shirt at the events or whatever, and it's great. So there's no worst part.
The thing I keep forgetting is to invert the image. And then I like vinyl
Oh,
pads on
yeah,
this nice
no, you've
expensive
got to do
vinyl,
that.
and I'm
Hey?
like,
Yeah.
oh, it's backwards.
Yeah, you should try flock, man. I've been doing flock recently.
The flocking flock.
Flock, in case you don't know, is that stuff that feels a little bit velvety.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's terrible.
Bought some. I haven't tried.
I actually swung the guy. I was like, dude, we're not doing this again. We're doing embroidery, like, done.
You don't want to drop names on who the guy is you're doing it for, bro.
Yeah, his name's Lofi.
Lofi, bro.
Lofi's
He does
cool.
the things for Lofi too.
Lofi's cool. We'll bring him. We'll get him on sometime.
You're supposed to name drop while you're here.
No, we're not allowed to
Oh, you're not
actually
allowed to?
because of like record company stuff. But whatever.
Oh, okay, I didn't say Okay, so I didn't say that. Rewind. I didn't say any of that.
I never mentioned your loaf.
Love you, love.
Sorry, guys. Nick, if you're watching, I never said that either.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, well, like, anybody else have anything they want to ask, Keith?
We're playing Candy Crush on Joe's tablet.
Multitasking is for the ADHD.
I wanted to ask her because Keith makes it sound like really, really simple and easy, and like Joe was saying, I think there because Joe's experienced it herself. It's difficult, and Keith, I think you've like also in your experience, sort of you come across a lot of issues, and people think it's as easy as just taking a photo or making a drawing and sticking it on a shirt. So, like, tell us a little bit more about the actual process that, goes into making what Joe's wearing, what you're wearing, what I'm wearing.
Okay, these are screen prints. Yours too. Shit, how do I run down screen prints again?
Basically, think of people that aren't watching on the screen, that can't see or look at the image, and you are now explaining it just in the most basic form. Explain how do you put a print on a shirt, or how does this process happen so that people can get it. Do you throw a can of paint? Throw paint.
Yeah.
And you are
cool.
so
So
skilled
we'll
that
do
you
the simple version. So the good people disobey bad laws shirts is a one-color screen print, right?
I thought this was vinyl.
No, that's a screen print.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So vinyl would be what? Direct to garment?
No, we don't put vinyl transfers on
At all.
t-shirts.
Vinyl
Okay.
is a heat transfer.
That's a
You
heat-
see, I
So
know
you cut
nothing.
it out upside down way, and then you've got to be super careful about how long the heat.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll print this image onto a sheet of clear film,
Yeah.
and then we'll expose that film to a screen, which is a stencil coated in photosensitive emulsion.
So it's like a photo, like an old school like photo?
No.
Well, I mean, the idea.
No. So we coat a screen, which is basically a stretched frame of like mesh fabric.
A silk screen.
Not silk though, not
it's
anymore.
called a silk screen,
but
but
it is
yeah.
a silk screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you burn that image onto the emulsion, and then you wash out the excess, which is what's left behind. And then you
Because these wash really
pull
well.
ink across the screen, and that transfers the print onto the shirt. So
Because on the
it's
screen, you've basically taken the negative
Yeah.
out of a screen so that you can go through the screen.
yeah, so it's a
onto
stencil,
the-
but it's a very fine detail stencil.
You
Yeah.
put that on the shirt, you pour, and then you.
Yeah. You pull it across, dude, and then you heat it at 160 degrees, heat press it, and fold it, pack it, and there you go.
You still have to heat press on the screen print.
I prefer to heat press because it gives you a smoother finish. If you tunnel cure, you've got like little bits of fibers and.
Because he cares about quality. Okay, I was wondering how you did that, because like,
No, this is
also do that
also
with the
a
vinyl.
two-color screen.
And what's the maximum amount of colors you can do in a print?
6.
6 different colors.
But then you have to
Six.
have
No,
six
what I can do is
screens.
so 6 separate
screens with
stencils,
different
one for
parts of
each
it.
color. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
you can
it's-
actually do like 12 colors if you have an automatic.
Yeah, because
screen
by
printer
hand I'm
press.
sure that would slightly start going out if you don't get it exactly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yes,
You
this
get
is
it, thank you.
Putting it
Yeah.
out. But you were
Yeah.
saying that the other day about like, you've got one color or a different part of the print in a different color, but now you've got to still align it.
Yeah, so what you need to do is
Otherwise-
create a stencil for each separate print color and then
Yeah.
align them manually so that you print one layer of ink and then the next on top of it and then
It's like
they all line
Photoshop's
up.
layers, except they manually.
Except you're doing it manually
Manual.
by hand
Yes,
with
that is a
ink.
good
Take that
description.
manual and you
Exactly, yeah.
draw this part, then you move it over and you take another one and literally it's like.
So you don't do it stoned, really?
No.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like, or too much coffee.
Oh, there was no out of that. There
I've
was
done
no,
it
well,
in
yeah.
various conditions. So we do this for
Easy.
concerts and festivals live.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
right.
where-
We'll
that's where
like
it's
bring in
originated from.
consignment stock so that promoters don't have to pay for stock that just sits forever.
Printed.
Okay.
So we bring in
Yeah.
consignment stock, we print the event merch on site in front of you in whatever condition, you know, depending on
Wow.
how long the festival is.
Oh, that's cool.
That
You're not
is.
making excess shirts, like you say. So you just
Yeah,
make-
exactly. So
maybe
the
there's 10 or
promoter
20,
only-
but then that's it. Like,
Only
Like
pays for
that.
what we print, yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's clever.
I know.
Isn't
So
it
now
like
that
hard
events
work,
are-
like lugging all of that stuff around?
Yeah.
Jeez.
so how quick does it take from? So I walk up to you right now. How quickly can you print me a shirt? Print. I want it in my hand. How quickly?
Oh, do we have the screen set up already? Because
No,
like
no,
at,
nothing. No,
like
no.
No,
at,
at an event.
at an event,
yeah.
5
You would.
minutes, eh?
So that's what I'm saying. So if I came up to you and you had a van that had all those glitters inside it, and I said,
Yeah,
"Well, I want this shirt," you'd
5
say, "Cool,
minutes.
5-10 minutes, go have a
Stick it
coffee. You
to
can
my
have it
van.
there."
Yeah, well, that's cool, except for, you know, if there's 7,000 people and there's a queue for shirts and then the backlog
Might
can
be
like,
Of course, but now
No, can you?
each
Yeah,
sh- each
can.
screen that you make, can you reset the screen?
No, it's once.
So it's a once-off.
Yeah, so we arrive, we set up, the screens are done.
So
this
at
is
a
it. So
festival,
it's not like you
some-
can't come up and like, hey, we want a name on
That's
it.
what I was going to
No, it's
say.
not gonna
So
happen,
people
no.
can't come and be like, "Can you put this on there, please? Oh, and add my beer bottle, please. Put it on the
no,
festival
no,
and
no,
me
no.
also in between it."
No,
No.
no.
No, because then you'd have to have like a camera and you'd have to have like
Yeah, no,
transfer
no. So we
paper, and then it's not
we
gonna be
pre-set
as
up
quality.
so it's not a-
everything.
so it's not a-
It's really not
on-the-go
going to be the
thing.
proper quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to
Okay.
That,
iron off or come
A
off of
reset
the
screen would be
washing
really
line.
cool.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. But like, I'm just
Yeah,
thinking
yes,
like
not-
how
yeah,
to
no,
do
yeah,
it.
yes.
Yeah, we'd have to set up like so much shit. Yeah.
So much shit.
You should just do a live, laugh, love one, because that will be a big
Live, laugh,
seller.
love one.
Yeah.
That's my next tattoo. I want to get a tramp stamp. Live, laugh, love in the like the white girl.
Make a
flirty
t-shirt,
text. Yeah.
not a tattoo.
multicolour on that.
T-shirts, not tattoos.
Many colours. You got
Bro,
lots of
with
colours.
the little dandelion with the little flakes
Yeah,
flying
and
off.
the watercolor
with the
fading
whole
on the
thing,
side,
yeah.
totally.
Infinity sign.
And
Yes,
And a
to
stud.
infinity.
And a
yeah.
stud on the other end.
yeah.
Okay, guys. Once partner like a cop.